Hi everyone, welcome back to Create Every Day in May. Today is Friday. It's May 11th, 2018. We're just a few days away from Mother's Day, so hopefully if you haven't got your mom anything, if you haven't got yourself anything, your sister, your any lady that you feel needs to get her a Mommy's Day gift, hopefully you have gotten it together. And if you have a guy who's does a good job as a mommy, hopefully you get him something as well. I want to share with you what I made yesterday because it was not completely dry, so you didn't get a chance to see the end result. But this is the end of it, and none of the pieces, like in the past, I have pieces that get stuck in the corners, the creases are stuck. Some of them are pesky to get out, but none of them, see how y'all gonna embarrass me on camera, really? Anyway, none of them are like stuck in place. They move around. And so inside the shaker, I put these little seed beads, some sequins, some flower-shaped sequins, and I put a little bit of the buttons in there. And I didn't want to overdo it because, you know, I think in the past I made a shaker card that was like up here, you couldn't see it. And I don't think that's the real reason of a shaker card. You just kind of get a little bit of, shake. And then you open up and it says, "Hello, gorgeous." I did cut this down some, and I like the way it kind of appears around here. The only thing I don't really care for is that little piece right there. It's a little bit off, but that's okay. So this is the shaker card that I made yesterday. I love this Hello Gorgeous. And I think what we're going to do today is we are going to, yep, you guessed it, make a card. And we're going to play around with some stamps. So this card is going to be an easy peasy stamp because an easy peasy card because I want to play around with some sprays, the sprays that I have. And let's just see what we do. Okay, so it's not going to be a card. It's going to be something else. What? I don't know yet. I got this from the 99-cent store. You can probably find any of your local stores that you have. So the first thing I'm going to do is just find some scissors. Take off this little piece right here. And I'm going to stain it. Now, last time I did a staining, I used the green Distress Lucky Clover, I think. But I'm going to make this kind of old looking, more antique-y, I guess you could say. So I'm going to go off camera and destroy my desk again, yet again, and spray it. I'm going to probably spray both sides, even though I don't think I'll need it. But I want to seep in through all the little crevices. And then we're going to set this aside. I'm going to come back and show it to you, and then I'm going to set it aside. And then we'll stamp out some images and color it up and try to put it in this frame. But I want some of the things to come out of the frame. I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm not right now. But this is not a thought out project. This is just something that came to my mind when I was digging through something. And I was just like, yeah, let's just go with it. Because if that's where the brain wants to go, then that's where the brain wants to go. Can you see all these little hearts on the side? That's very cool, very nice detailing in the wood that was created. I'm quite sure, well, I can't say I'm quite sure. It's probably pressed particle board though. So you can use this with any, get a piece of wood from any place that sells like wood pieces and create what we're going to attempt to create. All right, so this is how it looks so far. And what I did was I just took it and put it in a plastic bag. And I sprayed it, saturated, I guess you could say. And then I just took this paper towel and I just sponged it all off, the excess. And I used, what is this? I used a lot of it too. Vintage stain. It's almost all gone. It was a new container, which is, I guess, okay. Vintage photo. I said vintage stain, I think. Vintage photo. And this is the front, and the back looks like this. So I'm just trying to take this excess and squeeze it onto there and like drag it. I remember last year when everyone went crazy over the Tim Holtz, I think it was stains, but they're the ones that you kind of rub on with the dauber. I don't know what box they're in. I haven't unpacked all of the craft stuff, but I'm definitely going to use those. For this, I think they work better for like wood versus paper. I'm not good at that paper stuff. In my opinion, I'm not. So that's what we're going to go with. And I will probably do the same. I'm going to probably distress the paper when I get to that portion with the same stuff, but just the distress ink versus this. And so now, just wiping off my nozzle. Not sure if that does anything, but it makes me feel good. So that's all that really matters. And now we're going to pull out some paper while this thing dries a little bit more. I guess I could have blasted it with the heating tool, but we don't need that for now, because I don't know what we're going to create yet. I do have an idea, but I don't know yet. So I am going to just pull out some paper, and let me do something really quickly. We're going to be using one of my new little rubber stamps that I got in the stamp haul from Unity Stamp Company. We're going to be using Beach Girl. And the reason why we're going to be using Beach Girl is because I feel like she has a lot to say. I feel like she's saying, you know, she's looking in the ocean, and whatever she's thinking is just a lot. Like, she has a lot on her mind. And she's just looking at the ocean, reflecting on life right now. So, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. All right. So, she fits nicely. Let me go ahead and ink her up and stamp it out. So, in this case, I am making a Mother's Day, I wouldn't say a present because my mother's not here, but it's something in remembrance of my mommy. So, because I don't think I'm going to film on Sunday, I really want to kind of enjoy my own Mother's Day for myself. So I'll probably make a quick card or something on Sunday and just post it on the Facebook group. But I don't know. You know, sometimes I say that and then here I am making 50 videos. So what I did not do is plan this very well, did I? So do we want to do it like this? I like this. I like it the length way. Vertical. Is that vertical? Yeah, vertical. But what I'm going to do is cheat. I'm going to cheat big time. I have a pencil for a reason. Yes. I love pencils. So what I'm going to do is tell myself to keep working in just that little square. Ooh. Love that little transfer. You can't see it that well, but look at this. Yeah, I usually would have probably cut this off. My fingers are a mess, and I'm okay with that. I'm not crying about it at all. All right, I think we only need these 3 colors. Blue, of course, green, of course, and brown for my skin, right? I think that's all we need. So her sarong or her cover up is going to be blue. All right, I could not find my markers that I have sitting right next to me, of course. So I'm going to color this in. Excuse the scraping. You all know that when you color, there is going to be some type of a scraping noise, right? But I just like to say excuse me anyway. And I guess you could probably fast forward this portion or mute it. It's not that big. It's not that big of a skirt. So this definitely takes me back to when I was a beach goer. I probably actually have a picture like this in real life. My then boyfriend, who we are still friends with, he lives in Italy though, and I live in America. We went to the beach a lot because he loved the beach. Who doesn't love the beach when you have a lot of water surrounding you, right? Like, some people don't like the beach, but we went to the beach almost every weekend. I would pack up us a nice little picnic lunch basket in a cooler. Seemed like we drive forever to get to the beach, and we go out there, and I'd wrap up in all my towels and umbrella, and he would almost get naked. He wanted to get, you know, a sun tan or whatever. That man could not tan for anything. He would just go from his normal skin shade to peeling, like instantly almost. And I would be out there slathering on sunscreen because even though I am brown, and a lot of people think that black people don't burn, we actually burn. Sometimes you can't see the burn, but we definitely burn and you can feel it. So whenever we go, I used to always forget my nose, and guess what would peel? My nose. All right. Yep. So I just wanted to go in and color, scrub in some, and I didn't want the camera shaking and everything. And then this. You know, for Mom's Day, I really want to go to Houston, like a lot, like very badly, like desperately. I've been to Houston twice this year, once coming from Mississippi and once when I had to go and be there with my aunt when she was scheduled for surgery, but it did not happen. And I haven't been there since then. I hate driving long distances. And even though 3 hours isn't a long distance, it is pretty long for me. Because my body, I'm old. And I don't want to do all that by myself. So I've been asking the big roommate, can we go to Houston? Can we go to Houston? Can we go to Houston? I wish this was teal. But it's just regular blue. What is it? Sky blue. But I really wish I would have pulled out a teal color. Because it would have, I think it would have went better with the green. I'm not changing it. I love it. So, and I don't, well, I could restamp it because I like this stamp. I like her a lot. You don't really know her mood, but I've already set the mood for her. She needs on a watch. I used to wear a watch back in the day. A waterproof Timex watch. I think I spent $20 on that thing, and it worked like a charm because, you know, when you take vital signs, you need the second hand. Well, you don't if you experience, but I needed the second hand to listen to the heart, and, you know, get the pulse and respirations. I needed that watch. But I no longer wear watches. I really don't wear jewelry unless, I've told you this before, unless we're going out. Or if I wake up and I feel girly, then I'll definitely throw on some tinted lipstick. Like when I say tinted, most likely like a gloss. And I'll throw on earrings and a necklace. I'll put on some perfume. Put on something casual, unlike my normal uniform, which is some sweatpants and a t-shirt. And I'm ready to go. Like, I'm like, oh, it's time to go somewhere. And my boyfriend's like, you look good. And I'm like, don't get used to it, bub. I really like flowy clothes. So like the skirts that are flowy are long and huge. I used to have some pants when I was in high school. My mom said that they were elephant ear pants because they were really wide leg at the bottom. I used to always, like I told you before, I used to want to be a nomad, right? Like roam the earth. But I just, in my spirit, I feel like maybe I was born 10 years too late. Because I definitely like the loose pants, all the things that, not my mom, but that era, like the 50s, 60s era. I like that. I even like the zoot suits, and I know that's way before that era. I like that. The pencil skirts, the flapper dresses. I really, really like that about those clothing. And the good thing about those clothes is that you could always go back and revisit it. Because they sell them, or you can make them yourself, or you can go to the thrift store and wear them. I don't see myself walking around like that now. I just like that era. That's a crooked line, huh? You know, sometimes when I look at the stamps and I look at the drawings, it seems so simple. When I try to trace, I'm like, girl, you can't draw. You can't even trace the line that's already in your face. Like, really? What's going on with that? I don't know. Anyway. feel like I'm doing so much on this this one little lady, and I have all the rest of this, the rest of my canvas to color. So I'm going to finish coloring this off camera. We're at 15 minutes. I don't want it to be too long. Okay, so I have colored her, and I still missed a little tiny spot. And put in the stamp. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm a little bit crooked, you know. The hardest part of moving forward is not looking back. I think this is appropriate for the occasion. Now, I want to tell y'all something. I was definitely going to put some rocks down here, some seashells, but I don't have any seashells on hand, like where I can easily get them, so we're not going to put any seashells. Hopefully I'm going to make some clouds really quickly. I just took the scallop punch, a scallop circle punch, and cut it in half, and now I'm going to try my hardest to make clouds. All right, I didn't do a good job at it, but that's okay. I like it. It's for me, so it's fine. I use Salty Ocean, and you can see it a little bit. The technique was good. The application, horrible. So you can see kind of. And that's okay. I mean, you know, it has some clouds. Now, my only issue, I was going to do some brown right here because you can't see it, but you know, brown right here, like for the sand. And then I thought maybe I could just color it in. But I probably need like a peachy color for the sand. So let's see what I can do and not mess that up. Okay, so this is how it's looking thus far. And I think that I like it as is, but I want to put something right here. So what I think I'm going to do, I have these white roses that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I want to spray them. Let's see if I can't show you all. I want to spray them and put it in the corner, like just like right there. I think that would be cool. So I'm going to plug in the glue gun. Oh, spray these down. I'm going to cut this picture out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this picture out. And I'm going to glue it down. I'm just going to glue it with some regular glue around the frame right here. And we'll come back and assemble it. So this is how it looks kind of naked, which I really like. I absolutely did not have this envisioned in my head for today. I did have this envisioned before, but not a completed project. Just, you know, playing around with the thought in my head. And this is how it's looking. I like it. I hope you do too. Let me know if you ever have projects that you start off with one way and it ends up being totally different. A lot of my projects are like that, but you know. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. I like it. I like it a lot. I can't remember if this is supposed to be the front or the back, but this is how the back looks. And so what I did is I just glued around the edge and I put the picture on. I cut a little excess on there so it wouldn't be falling through. And now I'm just going to let that dry while the heat gun, the glue gun heats up, and I spray these flowers. I'm only going to do 2 flowers, and I think I'm just going to spray them some funky colors, so we'll see. I clipped off probably the least attractive one, and that's okay because I'm going to smush it down anyway, so it doesn't have to be super attractive. And I'm just going to spritz it with some of this Dilution ink, and I like blue and green, so that's the color I'm going to be using. Alright, so I sprayed it down, sprayed everything on my desk again, no big deal. I had more of a problem with it today because it was still wet and it got on my hands. Like, I don't know, the wetness is what I have a problem with, I see. And I think, I don't know if I really care for this little piece right here, the way it's situated on the stem. I don't know. We'll see. I like this, so I think, can you see that? I like it just like that. So I don't know if I'm going to have to cut this down shorter or not. And it's almost dry. So of course, you know, I like to live on a wild side and go ahead and place it down. I'm just going to put it just like that. Let's see. Just like this. And I think that looks very cute. I was going to embellish the whole entire wood piece, but I'm a very plain, simple person. I don't have to be over the top to appreciate the work that I do or people do. So all that's not needed for myself. And I probably will put this in the living room. I want to take a picture and send it to my aunt and see if she likes it. And if she likes it, I'll give it to her. I think, I don't know. I give her a lot of my craft stuff, as you all know. I think I like it better up. Do I like it better up? I think I don't like this stem. That's what I don't like. The way this stem is on here. Now let's see if I can like this or not. All right, I'm going to attempt my very hardest not to burn myself today. And this little wire is driving me bananas, this piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and clip it a little bit shorter. I didn't want to cut the entire stem off of the flower, but it is getting on my nerves. So what do you do when something gets on your nerves? In your craft room, you fix it. You make it where it won't get on your nerves. So, yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to glue the one side down, and then I'm going to fluff these out some. My best friend had blue flowers at her wedding. Don't ask. She's from Georgia. I don't know. Not anything against anybody from Georgia, but she wanted blue flowers. So the lady had to get the flowers and paint them. I know a lot of brides and people like blue flowers or purple or pink, you know, especially now because a lot of the weddings are a little bit more outrageous than they used to be. People have bigger and bolder imaginations than they did in the past, but my mom was alive at the time, and she always talks about my best friend. We had went to visit my mom once, and she needed some white shoes for church. My best friend did, because she was an usher. And my mom was like, who wears white shoes? You know, my mother was that whole, what is it, after Labor Day, before Labor Day? No one wears white shoes but you. Like, so whenever she wanted something like outside the box, my mom was like, that's just country. That is just country. And I'm just like, Mom, you cannot, you know, you can't be cracking jokes on people for what they like. And this is how it's going to look standing up. So I think that is beautiful. I absolutely am super happy with this project. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this. Until tomorrow, next time, happy crafting.